Greetings, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and I welcome you to a interesting long-term transit we have to deal with approximately 3 years from now, the end of May, and this is Saturn in the tropical Aries. So what happens when the planet of structure, Saturn, means the sign of action, Aries? This didn't happen in nearly 30 years, and as this will take place now, we are entering a period that is marked by bold shifts in authority, technology, and global dynamics. From historical breakthroughs in science to speculative bubbles in finance, this transit is known to trigger profound changes. What might this mean for us, for our future, in a world that is heavily transformed by AI, crypto, and geopolitics? Stay with me to uncover some of the mysteries of Saturn's transit in Aries. Saturn will transit the tropical sign of Aries between May 25th, 2025 until April 13th, 2028, with temporary returns into Pisces during its retrograde period. We do have an interesting landscape here with the fact that Saturn symbolizes structure, rules, and progress earned through merits. So this is the essence of Saturn, which is a symbol for the great teacher, but also for time. In Vedic astrology, it is associated with Kala, which is the word for time, and it governs also the human age. This means that we will have discoveries in such domains, for example, and process management will most likely be a big topic, potentially automated with artificial intelligence, AI agents being a trend that will persist and it will take off in the next 3 years. Aries, on the other hand, is associated with war, with military, police, with defense systems and weapons, and also with entrepreneurship. This transit shows regulatory shifts, boundary setting, and structural changes in such Aries-related domains in the next 3 years. We have Mars as the ruler of Aries, and this also points towards evolution and changes in regards to the exploration of Mars itself in terms of structural changes, process changes, but also in domains that are associated with Mars in general. This is a rare transit shaping generations and societal changes because it occurs roughly once in 30 years. We don't have, as you might expect already, any data that is concerning Bitcoin in regards to this transit, so no historical evidence. But we can look at broader market trends and also do an extrapolation of what is likely to happen. We had the last transit from April 7th, 1996 until March 1st, 1999. And at that time we had Saturn transiting the tropical Aries. So let's dive into the technological and scientific breakthroughs of that time, because this will point some domains where in the stock market we can have lucrative trades and investments, and also in the key market trends at that time, because at least some parts of the history will repeat as we know. Let's cover the scientific and technological advancements from the late 90s that were triggered by the Saturn transit. First of all, genomics. The complete genome of baker's yeast was sequenced, and this was an important milestone for molecular biology. The Human Genome Project made major progress, pushing the field of genomics into the spotlight and laying the groundwork for breakthroughs in medicine and genetics. In astronomy, NASA's Mars Global Surveyor began mapping the Martian surface, uncovering varied terrain and signs of an ancient Martian sea. In technology, Google was founded in this time frame. These years also saw the debut of the first Palm Pilot and BlackBerry, ushering in a new era of mobile communication. In chemistry, the American Chemical Society and Royal Society of Chemistry recognized the discovery and development of penicillin as an international historic chemical landmark. Nanotechnology, research in nanotech gained momentum, leading to the creation of new materials and tools that would become foundational for future innovation. Let's cover now the key economic and market trends at that time and what are the lessons learned from this history. The economic and market trends, we had quite a few, and let's start with the dot-com boom. A surge in internet-based companies fueled intense investment activity, often leading to overvaluation. We had low interest rates. Interest rates stayed low, making borrowing attractive and further fueling the investment boom. Stock market rally. Tech stocks soared as investors embraced the emerging digital economy. IPOs. Numerous tech startups went public, raising large sums and contributing to the market's speculative energy. What were the consequences? The overheated market eventually collapsed with the bursting of the dot-com bubble in the early 2000s, leading to major losses and a sharp correction. This period serves as a reminder for the risks of excessive speculation and the need for sound financial fundamentals. Now, I would like to share some closing thoughts and extrapolation for Bitcoin because we do have an important shift in energy. And of course, I would look at it from the light of the sidereal zodiac, which I use and I'm more comfortable with it. But also outline that this is really a change in energy. In the sidereal zodiac, Saturn will stay in the sign of Pisces. And this will happen until we have the transit of Saturn in the sidereal Aries, which happens in 2027 on the 2nd of June. Therefore, according to my principles, I see that in mundane astrology, the trends are the most powerful and they will also deliver results of the signs and the major movements that we have when we have a overlap between the tropical and the sidereal zodiac in terms of energy. And this overlap with Saturn in the area of Aries will happen between the 2nd of June 2027 until April 13th, 2028. So that would be the point in time where big shifts will happen. And what is likely to happen? So first of all, we have this Pisces related energy, and we had a lot of planets alignment. We had a stellium that was very strong in 2025 in the beginning, and this marked also a new cycle, a new beginning in many ways between many planets, and we had the transit of Saturn in the sidereal Pisces only at the end of March 2025. So it was like, okay, we prepare this new cycle, and Saturn will enter this sign. The sign of Pisces represents actually the ninth house of the whole sign system for the Bitcoin horoscope, and this is the house of future, the house of luck, the house of plans, regulation as well, and it is also scientific discovery in many ways, and expansion, because Pisces is unbounded. And it has also an international flavor, that Bitcoin is used more and more internationally due to the fact that we do have Pisces as a original significator of the 12th house, which is international investments, international reach, and we have also the 9th house, which is international. The 9th house points to law and regulation. We see it happening as well. And when do we see it? When Saturn entered the sidereal Pisces, because we know that Saturn was in the tropical Pisces also before, so we had some changes, but the fruits and usually the materialization of the promises of this transit usually happen when both converge somehow in the same direction. In Aries, we do have the 10th house in the whole sign system for the Bitcoin horoscope, which is triggered. And it is worthwhile to mention that Saturn does very well in general in the 10th house, despite of the fact that it is debilitated in Aries. So it has minimum power and the worst condition possible. So this means that we will have some struggles on the way, especially with regulation, I would say, and I would translate them through delays and nothing more serious, due to the fact that Saturn is a very lucky planet for Bitcoin according to Nadia Astrology. So this means that we will have a complete shape of the role Bitcoin plays in society, which is the 10th house of career, image, public image in the world, which will happen most likely in 2027 from June onwards until the end of the transit. So it would be approximately 9 to 10 months that will deliver extraordinary results at society level, so to speak. So Bitcoin will be perceived totally different as a public image. And this also shows that a lot of companies, so Aries, the entrepreneur, might use Bitcoin at that time, and also the regulation, taxes, balance sheets would be really in accordance to laws. It will not be outstanding, so that we have only a few companies in the world using Bitcoin on the balance sheet. So this is what I wanted to share with you about this Saturn transit. I want to thank you for your attention, for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel, and until next time, be joyful. See you.